The crypto bull run is back, and along with it, some of the finest crypto cringe that reminds me of 2021. Here we have this guy shouting out all the haters. And man, if you told me this was from 2 years ago, I would have believed you.
Crypto Twitter seemed to be amused by my success. I worked hard to buy that yacht. I worked hard to buy this big ass house. Yet you're out there tweeting at me from your tiny little apartment and itty bitty couch. Well, let me tell you, I made a mindset shift. I chose rich every time.
There's nothing more hilarious than a guy sitting next to "I chose rich every time" from a clearly rented house. He claims to own it, but his suitcase is right in the corner. So I guess he's going to struggle to explain that one, why he hasn't unpacked in his own house. Now, that's not all. All the dumbest coins are seeing a resurgence, like Shiba. People are rediscovering them as if they're new. No, they're actually old Ponzi schemes that you guys are all falling for again. And I want to talk about what that all means right after this.
So y'all seen my video yesterday, right? This was at $100. It has gone up $67 in 24 hours. Actually, oh, hold on. Today's return, $64. Total return, $111. That's in 4 days. I invested in this 4 days ago, and it's, yes! Do not believe anybody. Everybody doubted Dogecoin and thought it wasn't going to amount to anything, and now look at it, almost 20 cents.
This time it's different, guys. This time it's all real. I mean, it's amazing to watch people make the same mistakes that were made in the last bull run this time. And, you know, something I've been thinking about is, what is different this time, right? Crypto's pumping again. Everyone's excited again. But what's actually new? I was thinking about this. What's the narrative? See, last time there were narratives that even if you disagreed with them were somewhat coherent, right? Everyone was screaming about Web 3, right? Web 2 was going away. You guys, in fact, if you're on YouTube right now, what are you doing? You're supposed to be on the crypto YouTube. That was the promise, the crypto everything. Everything was going to become a crypto token with a crypto platform. Web 3 was going to change everything, and it kind of fizzled, right? Nobody's talking about Web 3 right now. People said this about DeFi too. Hey, you don't need traditional finance. You don't need a bank. You just need a crypto wallet. We're going to do everything on chain now. The smart contracts, that's going to change everything. Not that many people talking about that right now. Instead, what is being talked about is price go up and meme coins. My meme coins, I'm getting very rich. That seems to be the last hope of the crypto narrative, which I find very strange and not, it's not encouraging. In fact, recently I saw this quote by Joe Weisenthal. He's a writer at Bloomberg, and he said, "There's not some new fundamental story that's being told this rally. There's not some new crypto use case that people are excited about that wasn't talked about 3 years ago. The only thing people are really excited about is flows. There's the new flows from the ETFs. And for that reason, he says, this rally is actually super refreshing. Usually you have to nod along as someone tries to tell you about the revolution in finance. This time, nobody's really pretending there's something else going on besides the price going up." And yeah, I actually think that's very true. I think most people who are honest are just happy about the coin they bought 3 years ago now being worth the same thing it was worth back then or even more. So it's just like people are pumping my back, which isn't a compelling argument. I'm sorry, it isn't. And these ETFs also, I don't think people are really thinking through. Like, okay, so there's this new Bitcoin ETF. That's why everyone's, Bitcoin shot to the moon. That's why all the other altcoins have been lifted as well. Usually when Bitcoin does well, all the others do pretty well as well. So that's what's driving the whole excitement. The whole bull run is just boomers and people who don't want to touch Coinbase. They're now having access to crypto. But is that the future that Bitcoiners wanted? Right? Because I thought the whole idea was self-custody. That's what I thought. I was told you got to have your own hardware wallet. You got to have your own crypto wallet that you control. Self-custody was the thing, remember? Now you're excited that the biggest asset manager in the world is holding your Bitcoin? What? I thought y'all were all about freedom, financial sovereignty. But you're excited because old people are now putting their retirements into your coin. You don't care about who's controlling it. You just care that they're putting it into the thing that you bought 3 years ago. I don't get it. I really don't. And I think putting ETFs on the same wavelength of like, well, it's just the same as if they hold it on an exchange. Not really. Because if you hold it on an exchange, there's a chance you're going to one day self-custody that, right? You're going to make that journey. ETFs are straight up, I'm just going to hold it. I'm never going to even try to possess my own, have sovereignty of my own crypto. I'm just going to let someone else manage it. I mean, you are talking about the greatest centralization of your coin, and everyone's celebrating it. Everyone's applauding along just because their money's up, right? I think that's so disingenuous that people are excited about this because it's like, isn't this the death of the thing you wanted? Like, isn't this bad for you? Anyway, I just find it super strange. It's a centralization of power. It's the opposite of self-custody, but that's the only coherent narrative besides meme coin doing well. My meme coin makes so much money. I'm making money. This is not a Ponzi. I'm making money. It's different this time. So, yeah, I really wanted to ask, if you're a crypto person, what is it for you this time that feels different besides price go up, right? We already know price go up. But is there anything else that I'm missing? I know some people will say AI crypto. I don't buy it. Why do AI companies need crypto? I find that like, it's just sort of like saying like cannabis crypto. It's like, it's just shoving two hypes together. So I'm not compelled by that argument. I don't know what else there really is. If somebody can explain it to me, and I'm sure everybody listening would love to hear it, but is it really that simple as the real reason people are excited? The real reason that our very cringy bull run is back is just because number go up. Because if that's true, how sustainable is it? And it's kind of sad anyways. Okay, anyways, that's basically it. I wanted to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next one.